Now, let's move to the cycle. Mrs., meron bang pagbabago sa cycle po natin? Definitely po, interim PMS guidelines for teachers, as I mentioned, will start next week po, no, for school year 2024-2025. So the performance assessment, especially for the classroom observable indicator, shall conducted only upon the issuance of this BM 17-2025, meaning which was issued already. So the performance assessment will start next week using pa rin po the 4 cycle, even in the span of the quarter. Okay, so yun po yung ating timeline as far as this PMS cycle for school year 2024-2025. Okay, so the next few slides will actually present po the PPST based objectives for, let's start first with the proficient tool for teachers. So ito po yung 9 COI or classroom observable indicators, which for sure we are confident that in one way or another you're okay, 8 COI, sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Na-confuse wala ako doon sa objective. 8 COIs for the proficient tool for teachers. And then we have 6 NCOI for the proficient tools. So, non-classroom observable indicators. Okay. So these are for teachers 1 to 3. Now, for our teachers using the highly proficient tool, basically ating po mga master teachers 1 to 4, and we have 4 classroom observable indicators. And then we have 12 non-classroom observable indicators for proficient tool. So, yan po yung kasama to complete our 37 indicators for the 3-year full cycle. So, in total po, yan, only 14 PPST-based objectives shall be assessed for school year 2024-2025, both for classroom observable indicators and non-classroom observable indicators. As I mentioned earlier, the plus factor be included in the list of the objectives in this year 14 PPST-based objectives. The non-inclusion of the plus factor in the list is the idea is that we want to focus the performance evaluation on the teacher's job, which is to teach. Okay? So, tatanggalin na po natin yung mga ancillary tasks or other non-teaching related tasks na ina-include po doon po sa plus factors. Kaya tinanggal na po natin yan. Okay? Clear so far? Nakakasunod po? Pa-thumbs up po kung nasusundan po ang ating session. Ayan, sige po. Thank you so much. Now, let's move to the assessment phase, how we will be assessed or how you will assess. So, the first one is paano i-assess yung classroom observable objectives. So, as mentioned, meron po tayong option. Tayo po ay binigyan ng option. The teachers will be provided with flexibility to choose among the 2 options. Either one of the 2 option, baka po mag-require na dalawa po. Kaya po may pamimilian, pipili lang po tayo ng isa. Okay, so what are these options? Option A, yan, 2 full period classroom observation within 4th quarter with objectives or classroom observable indicators distributed across observation. So, distributed doon sa dalawa. No? So, that's the first option. So, meaning dalawang classroom observation, pero yung objective po na ita-target or the indicators distributed across the 2 classroom observation. Option B, isang period po. 1 full period classroom observation in, okay, 1 full period classroom observation in 4th quarter covering all objectives. So, meaning isang classroom observation, full session of the subject inobserve po tayo. So, yun po. So, what do we mean by that? To further elaborate po, no? The next one, yan. So, yung 2 full period classroom observation, so, yan po, distributed yung objectives. So, halimbawa, you choose objective 3, 1, 3, 4, 6, and 8 sa unang classroom observation. And then, dun sa pangalawang classroom observation, as you can see po, no, may mauulit po kasing indicator. Okay? And then, ita-target po natin yung mga hindi na-observe ng last time. So, yung green po is for the proficient tool. The blue one po ay yung para sa ating mga master teachers who's using the highly proficient tool. So, pwede rin po, may option po kayo na first full period, first ay tatargetin po natin, yan, 3, and then the second full period ay, so, yung distribution po ay prescribed po yung distribution. Okay, so meaning ito po yung pagkaka-distribute. Okay. Ngayon, marami po nagtatanong. So, kahit hindi pa po natin nagtatanong sa ating FAQs, so curious, Mrs., ano po ba yung ibig sabihin ng full period? So, meaning, full period means entire class period. So, for example, if your class is 40 minutes, in 40 minutes, yan, kukumpletuhin po ninyo yun. And then, kung 60 minutes yung subject po, na doon po kayo magpapa-observe, then 60 minutes. Okay? Naiintindihan po? Okay, so, yun po yung ibig sabihin ng 2 full period. Okay, next, option B, ayan. So, ito po, for some, ayan po, no, medyo sabi naman mabigat ito kasi 8 indicators. But that's why po we give some flexibility which one you will choose po. No? So the option B naman po ay 1 full period. Meaning in 1 classroom observation, dapat po matatarget, may hit po natin itong mga indicators na to sa subject po na doon po tayo ma-observe. Okay? So for teachers who will choose option B, so in 1 class, entire class period. Yan. So, dapat ma-hit po yung 8 indicator. Okay? Sa highly proficient tool naman po, sa 4 po yan, dapat ma-hit po yung lahat ng 4 na indicator. Okay? Clear so far ulit? Thumbs up po nga kung nasusundan po tayo, ha? Okay. So, ang sabi po dito ay, ayan, mamimili lang po tayo sa 2 option. Okay, hindi po pwedeng combine. Okay.